Now for the fun part that I always enjoy talking about, which is, of course, what's coming next. What are we working on? What's exciting? So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of one of the first AI projects that AVAIL has been implementing and show you how that's going to work inside of AVAIL. So we started working really about a year ago on some of these concepts. I'm just going to go into one of these channels, and what you're going to see is that inside of the channel, over on the right-hand side, there is a little help lens. But what you're seeing is our first version of a chatbot inside of AVAIL. So we plan to implement this relatively soon. The first chatbot will be actually an AVAIL help chatbot to help you know how to use AVAIL more effectively and efficiently. In the context of any one of these channels, when I'm looking for AVAIL help, I could open this up and just ask it a question. How can I add a tag to content? Hit enter, and what we're going to see is that the chatbot will come back with an answer. To add a tag to content in AVAIL, you can follow these steps: manually adding tags, navigating to the piece of content you want, selecting add or remove. So we're still working on the formatting of this. Will get improved before it's released, but maybe more importantly, you'll see down below is where did that information come from. So if I click on these, you'll see that this information was coming out of our Help Center. So we used all of the information that is currently available in the Help Center to drive the building of the database that's driving this chatbot. And you can see that there were several articles. Here's one, how to add or remove a tag in AVAIL, that was referenced. Here's another one, how do I remove tags from multiple pieces of content. So watch for that first chatbot coming. Maybe more interestingly, though, for you, besides being able to hopefully have this internal bot, which is helping everybody be more efficient in what they're doing inside of AVAIL, is we're actually generalizing this bot then as a standard feature so that you can put your own information and manage your own information inside of AVAIL and use that to drive a bot. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples. First example is I am going to go into this channel. This channel has dozens of PDF documents. In this particular case, these are manufacturer documents, either product catalogs, specification documents, just resources around our AVAIL Select channel, which is our manufacturer initiative. So if I go, I'm just going to open up one of these just to give you the idea, but you can see that this is a specific manufacturer, clay valve, pressure relief control, lots of dense, information. If I can open up this bot, in this context, I'm opening up a chat bot that is only responding to information that's withheld within this channel. So if I were to ask a question like, what might cause a valve failure fail to open on a clay valve pressure relief valve? So I can just ask it that question, and the bot is built off of the information of all of these PDF documents. So what we see is the answer that came back: a clay valve pressure relief valve might fail to open due to several potential causes. Controlling pressure too low. So if you look over here on this table, you'll notice that on the fail to open, here's one of the probable causes: pressure too low. So I'm not going to go into too much detail there, but you can see we also reference which documents that this information came out of. So we feel like that this can be a very useful tool for you to be able to think about what information do you have internally that you could now use AVAIL and these chatbot capabilities to chew on that information and then provide a simple interface for users to be able to query and ask questions and get back from that information. I'm going to give you one more quick example of a use case for the chatbot feature. In this example, I'm actually using a channel inside of AVAIL where I've placed several of AVAIL's employee resources. So you can think about this from a human resources standpoint. And again, if I open up this chatbot is trained only on accessing information that was sourced from these source documents. So if I could ask something like, what is the dress policy? Could be a simple question like that. And it came back with an answer about what our general dress policy is at AVAIL and where it found it in the AVAIL handbook. Anytime you've got dense historical documents with this kind of information, there's a perfect use case for beginning to use these large language models and vector search databases, which ultimately manifests itself in these chatbots. So watch for us continuing to develop this. If you're interested in experimenting, we're actually running live experiments with some of our customers to help build out and understand the use case for these. So feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you about it. And you can help us understand where the value can come from integrating these new chatbots into AVAIL.